First of all, welcome to Basel. So this is EuroPython 2019. It's the 18th EuroPython conference, so we've come a long, long way. We sold even more tickets than last year. We sold 1,200 tickets for the conference and 300 for the training days. And I'd like to welcome especially the new EuroPythonistas. I had in the opening session for the training days, I had a call of hands, so please put up your hand if you're new to EuroPython. Wow. Excellent. So, who's a regular? Who's been to EuroPython before? Not that many, that's interesting. So, for all the regulars, I'd like to ask you to help all the newcomers feel at home at EuroPython, to maybe explain a bit how things work, because every year basically we do more or less the same thing. And so if someone needs help, please do guide them, please help them and let them know how we do things. For example, what lightning talks are, or what a poster session is, or what open space is. That would be really nice of you, because this is our conference, and so we want to make it really nice for everyone. I'd also like to say a big thanks to our sponsors. The sponsor exhibit is just outside on the second floor. Something that I'd like to mention here, because you typically just go to a conference, you see all the sponsors, maybe you go to their booths. What you typically don't realize is that the sponsors actually make the tickets affordable. So we'd have to charge you about 200 euros more per ticket if it were not for these companies to help us. So please give them a big hand. And now I'd like to hand over to Martin Christen. He's going to tell you a bit about Basel.
Welcome to Basel. Welcome to EuroPython 2019. I'm actually from Basel. I will tell more about Basel. Actually, in Switzerland, we do have 4 languages, so German, French, Italian, and this Retro-Romanian language. And Basel, you can speak German, English, French, so it's no problem at all. You see here the picture of the basilisk. That's a dragon or something like a dragon. It's the symbol of Basel, and also the name Basel, Basilea, came from the Roman. Basel is a very old city. It was founded by Celts 120 BC, so really, really old. They didn't program Python back then, but I think they would have if they knew it. And the most important thing in Basel is the river Rhine. It actually separates Basel in 2 places, the lower and the higher part, or the lower and higher, you could say. And you will see Basel also has 2 city centers on each side. I think you will enjoy that. Basel is a Python city. I'm actually from the University of Applied Sciences and Arts, Northwestern Switzerland. That's where the tutorials yesterday and on Monday were happening. Those of you who are there remember that certainly. I'm teaching Python, so many students here, they know Python and they spread the word how cool this language is. I'm also the organizer of PyBasel, and there is the big GeoPython event every year in Basel. It's about Python and geodata. You could say the Geospatial Data Science with Python conference. And there are also new trends like PyPharma, because Basel is a pharma city, so the pharma industry discovered how important Python is in data science and discovered that it is really useful for that. And as I said before, Python in education is very popular in Switzerland. More and more universities switch to Python. It's a perfect language for many purposes. So I'm giving back the word to Mark.
Yes. So yeah, please give a big hand to Martin, because he actually invested a lot of time getting all this working here in Basel.
It was a pleasure. It was really a pleasure. I like Python. I do everything for Python. So.
So, which brings me to the next slide, who's making all this happen. It's actually just a very few people. These are essentially the main organizers. Plus, of course, we have lots and lots of on-site volunteers, the people in the yellow T-shirts, who are helping us enormously make this happen. Without the volunteers, the on-site volunteers that we have, this wouldn't be possible. All of the people that you see here do this for free. This is all volunteer jobs. No one gets paid for these things. So I think all of these people deserve a big hand from you as well. Right. The EuroPython Society is running the show. It's running EuroPython. More recently, we also started to support the European Python community. So if you, for example, run a conference somewhere and you need a grant, you need some money to get you started, or you need some other help, maybe organizational help, then please contact us. We are very open to helping you out. If you want to help us even more, then of course you can earn one of these yellow T-shirts. And for that, you only need to register on the website and to become a volunteer, and then please come to the registration desk, and then we can find something for you to do, or you can go to the volunteer app that we have to register there. This is the Hitchhiker's Guide to EuroPython. Especially important is the Wi-Fi information in there, because as you can see, the username is not exactly something you can easily remember. We've tried to put these pieces of paper around the venues with all the data, so hopefully you can get the information from there. If not, you can go to the conference app. It has the information as well, and we'd like to encourage you to install the Attendify app. Again, you can go to the website to learn how to use that. We have a Telegram channel that's open to the public, so anyone can register. If you want to, for example, arrange dinner, or you want to meet some other people then in the city, then you can coordinate on that channel. You can also post images, post videos, and so on there. Just please be aware that all is subject to our code of conduct. I'm going to get to that later on. So you shouldn't post anything that could make people unhappy. Everything else is available at the conference desk. So if you have a question, then you can just go down there and ask them. I tried to put these maps on the slide here. They're too small, you can't really see them. If you have the app installed, it has a section with the maps, so you can find out where things are. We also put some signage outside which explains you where the different rooms are. So there are different monitors around the venue which show you things. Essentially, we are using 3 floors. We're not using the first floor. We're just using the ground floor. We're using the second floor and the third floor. So, actually, I'm not sure. Did you get your bags already? Yes? No? Yes? No? Okay. So, if you already received your bags, so the people who went to the training days already received the bags, for example, you'll have a booklet in there, the conference booklet, which has all the information. It has the program. The program in the booklet is not really up to date anymore because we made a few changes, but most of the talks should still be fine. You should have a T-shirt. You should have the official EuroPython Pew device. Did you get that already? Yeah? You'll probably also find some sponsor gadgets, coupons, and other sponsor information in there. Coming to the Pew device, this is it. This is how it looks like. It's a specially made device for EuroPython. It was designed by Radomir. I don't know whether he's here. Radomir? No? Okay. We had workshops for this device to teach you how to use it. It's programmable in Python. You can do lots of nice stuff with it. You can play games on it. Batteries are included. We have our own Python batteries for these devices. And if you want to read up on how it's used, and you can either go to Radomir and maybe he can help you a bit, or you can go read the documentation there to figure out how it works. So essentially, you just put in the batteries, you turn it on, and it starts with showing the EuroPython, then you have to press a few buttons to go to the games. Right. Okay, so the official part of the conference, of course, we have lots of talks, we have lots of poster sessions, we have keynotes, and these are our keynotes. We're going to start with Lint today. As you can see, we have 4 ladies, 1 gentleman there. So diversity-wise, this is, I think, a good selection. We also have some other events that I would like to mention. So we already had on the training days all the great ones. We're going to have the poster session. I don't know exactly when it is, maybe today or tomorrow. Then we have a PyData track, so lots of talks in the PyData field. We have a recruitment session for those of you who are looking for a new job. We have an open space where you can arrange talks yourself. We're going to put up a whiteboard or something to manage this. We're going to have help desk where teams can have registered to then show you certain open source projects and help you with any questions that you might have. And of course, on the weekend, we have the sprints and hackathons at the university again. So just a few words about the open spaces. I'm not going to go into detail. Open space essentially is something that you arrange yourself. The room is called Delphi. It's at the level 0, so ground floor. And similarly, we have the lightning talks. How many of you don't know what a lightning talk is? Excellent, so I don't have to explain. So it's first come, first serve. We're going to have them on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We're going to set up a flip chart, probably near the registration desk, where you can then mark your talks that you want to give. And then this is all going to be organized by Alexander. Where is Alexander? Alexander? There he is, down there. And so these are usually probably the most exciting part of the conference. So these are always fun and nice to go to. I already mentioned the conference app. I won't go into detail here. The only thing I want to mention is that you can actually rate the sessions. So they have for each session we have this rating bar in there. Whether it works out this year or not, I don't know. Last year it didn't work out, so maybe, you know. But it's definitely good to find the schedule. We're updating it regularly, and it works offline. Then we have a social event on Thursday. Very important, please get your tickets. We only have a fixed number of seats. I think 400 we have, right? So if you want to go to the social event, then please get your ticket in the ticket shop. We're going to have grilled sausages, baked potatoes. We're going to have, the ticket includes 2 drinks, but of course you can buy more. We're going to have a very special Python music session in there. So what's it called? Les Chemins de Traverse. This is a group that's actually using Python to produce music. It's a bit experimental, so it's not the stuff that you get in discos, but it's going to be very interesting. We have a quiet room for those of you who want to take a break. It's also at the level 0 ground floor. We have a code of conduct, like I mentioned. So the very, very, very short version is be nice to each other, because this is our conference. We want to make it enjoyable for everyone. And be professional and don't spam. This is more geared towards companies attending the conference who are not sponsors, or even the companies who are sponsors, but because we don't want to spam people. If you want to read the full version of the code of conduct, you need to go to our website. The people on the right here, these are the Code of Conduct workgroup members. So if you have any issues, please contact one of these people. It's probably best to contact them personally. If you don't see them, please go to the registration desk and they can then inform us, and we will come to the registration desk to sort out any issues that you find. This applies to all the channels that we have, all the social channels, of course the conference, but also the social event and anything that happens around the conference. Right, so last slide, speaker guidelines. If you are a speaker, please do test your notebooks before you come to the session. We should have done that as well, but we kind of forgot. After your talk, please do upload your slides. And there was one more thing I wanted to say about the catering. We have a special food point when you exit on the second level to the right from, on that side, so it's the left on your side, for vegetarian food and vegan food. and any other diets. I suppose that they can also serve other diets as well. If you want to have food specifically on one of those diets, then please go there. For all the others, I would recommend not going there, because otherwise we're going to run out of vegetarian food, and we don't want that. So we have plenty of other food points available for you to get your food. So that's it. Enjoy the conference.